It's called the Daniel Buckowitz Memorial Scholarship. I'll give you a little bit of background on Daniel. If you ever walk by coming into our gym, there's an old light blue jersey that's framed right next to the locker room door on the outside. It's Danny Buckowitz's jersey. Danny was a kid who, when I was the assistant coach, Coach Gualtieri was the head coach, played for us. Similar to a lot of these guys, when I talked about their character and their work ethic and team first attitude, Danny was an amazing kid. He actually played, he was a swing guy as a junior. Played a lot of JV as a junior, a little bit of varsity. He also happened to be on a team when he was a junior that was exceptional senior class when he was a junior. We thought so highly of him, even though he was a primarily JV player as a junior, that we made him the captain as a senior because of who he was as a person. Again, in the halls, in the classroom, on the bus, in the locker room, at practice, games, etc., etc. High character kid, and the story I tell to the program every year at the beginning of the season is this. You always tell kids to play hard, give your all 100%. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. When kids take it to heart and they do it on a regular, consistent basis, people feed off that. In Danny's case, the story that sticks out to me is he hits a pop-up on the infield one game his senior year. It's in between the pitcher's mound and second base. So it's right in that triangle where the second baseman, the shortstop, the pitcher, and even really the corner infielders can make a play on. So you say run everything out, right? The old adage in baseball, run everything out, you never know what's going to happen. Well, Danny hits the pop-up, he gets out of the box hard, where a lot of times guys will throw the bat down or they'll get aggravated, they'll say something, and they'll just jog to first base. Well, Danny wasn't that kind of kid. Danny busted it hard. Lo and behold, there's miscommunication, the ball hits the ground. Who's standing on second base already but Danny? I don't mean he was late getting there was a play, he got a slide. He went 100% out of the box on a pop-up that went 70 feet maybe, and he got to second base. That's the story I related to guys from a baseball playing perspective. But there's more to him than that. There's so much more to him than that. He's a kid that we love coaching. Coach Gualtieri was the head coach at the time, as I mentioned. He started this with the family initially. Unfortunately, what happened was the night of his college graduation, he graduated from Ramapo, he was driving home and he was in a car accident and passed away. Very, 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 very upsetting. His sister was in school at the time. The parents were close with the program. I remain very close with the mother. I still see the sister from time to time. In fact, Coach Talbot is friends with the sister still and sees her and talks to her often. The Buckowitz family created a scholarship. They do a lot of things. And one of the ways they give back in Danny's memory and honor is by doing a scholarship every year for Freehold Township baseball. And it's their way of thinking about their son and when he was playing high school baseball and giving me the task, but a better word would be the honor of choosing an individual or individuals who win this award every year. Steve was one of the guys who won it his senior year, so it talks about the type of person you are. It is, and it's really nice, I give out Most Improved and Goldwater and MVP, but to me, this is the most significant special award because it's not just baseball, it's who you are as a person, it's what you're all about, because that's who Danny was. And I tell Mrs. Buckowitz, who I chose this year, Danny would have loved to have been teammates with that person, and also you would really, really like the people that I selected for this. So it's an extremely high honor. There is a scholarship. I don't know how much she put in the checks this year. I just know it's usually a decent amount of money because they do a really good job fundraising. And they're very, very generous, and we keep Danny in our minds. With saying that, Chris and Kevin Goodman won the Dan Buckowitz Scholarship this year. Chris and Kevin are great kids, plain and simple. Plain and simple. They're great kids. They're very deserving of this. They had great senior seasons, but they're also special people. When I think of Danny, I think of high character people. Chris and Kevin deserve that and belong there. They're in high company now. If you ever want to know who some of the past award recipients are, let me know and I'll tell you. As I just mentioned, Coach Talbot is one of them. He can attest to it, the type of person that he is and what the award means. Very, very deserving, outstanding, outstanding kids. Chris and Kevin, good. One on.